Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Dan DH, your number one life in the UK test learning platform. We'll be looking at some significant events that happened during the Middle Ages. Then after that, I'll give you some sample questions to try your hands on. You can just put your answers at the comment section. Then we'll give you feedback on your answers. In today's video, we'll be looking at the Black Death, and we also look at feudalism. That was a system of land ownership during that time. So these are the main things that we will look at. Then in addition to that, probably we will add some political changes within this time period. At that time, the kings were regarded as those who were the supreme beings. They have the right ownership of everything within the country or wherever they were living at that time. So they were at the apex of the hierarchy. So if you look at this diagram here, we have the king at the top, then we have nobles, then we have knights, then we have peasants. So what it means is that the king, who is having the overall power, that is access to everything, he gives lands to the nobles, and the nobles also give lands to the knights, and the knights give the lands to the peasants. So it starts from the top, then it goes up down. Then in return, during war, those at the bottom are to fight to protect the king. So what happened was the king gave lands to the nobles, where the nobles distributed the lands to the knights, and the knight gave it to the peasants. Then in return, whenever there is a war, these people down below are to fight for the king. And that is what feudalism was all about. That is, the king gave lands to who we call the landowners. So you see the nobles and the knights were owning lands, and they would distribute it to those below, that is the peasants. So whenever there's an outbreak of war, the knight gathers the serfs, then the nobles, they go, then they protect the king. So that was the system of land ownership during that time. So those below the channel here were basically not having any land. Now, so those at the bottom here, that is the peasants, they were also known as serfs. So SERFS. So they were also known as serfs within the system. Then the middle part here, that is the nobles and the kings, they were also known as lords. Okay, and the king is the overall lordship. So that is how it was. So it was a distribution of land between the lords and the serfs, where lords provide lands to the serfs, and serfs in return give military assistance. That is, they fight to protect the king as overall person when there is war. Now let's look at the Black Death. So if you look at the Black Death, that happened in the year 1348. So 1348, and during that time there was some sort of plague. What happened was this plague killed about 1/3 of the population of England. So 1/3 of the entire population were wiped out during this time by what is known as the Black Death, and it was caused by a plague. Now, because 1/3 of the population were killed during that time, then it means that it led to shortages of labor. So shortages of labor. Now, what happens when there's shortage of labor? It means that those who will be available to do work, they were charging what much higher what prices. And because most people also died, the federalism system was no longer available. A new social class or a new system also emerged. There appeared another social class. So in the previous one, we had the noble and the knights and the serfs. So when the Black Death occurred later, they became another social class known as the gentry. So the gentry, those were people of, let's say, much higher class who are also having large portions of lands where they give to people to work on, then they receive some form of payment. So that was the gentry. We can try our hands on these questions, and you can give your answer at the comment section. In our next video, we'll talk of the major legal and political changes that happened in the Middle Ages. Then what will follow will be the War of Roses, the Tudors and the Stuarts. We will look into those ones. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you in the next episode. So that's the first question. In which year did Black Death occur? Is it A, 1248, B, 1318, C, 1348, or D, 1448? Question 2. Which system of land ownership was used during the Middle Ages? So we have A, unitary system, B, federal system, C, apicii system, and D, feudal system. Thanks for joining, and we hope to see you in the next class. Thank you.